Tales from the Outer Rim.
Last time on Star Trek Online, we aided a broken DEFERA freighter that got attacked by Breen. They had captured some Breen. We helped some medical patients. One was nuts, but it wasn't his fault. The Breen put a little implant in his brain because they need information. And we talked to a Breen, Tran, and he said a whole mess of stuff. But long story short, it looks like the Breen are after DEFERA children's rhymes. So they think that there's some legitimacy in the rhymes that you sing to a child about these preservers. You must return to DEFERA immediately. The Breen are searching for preserver technology, and they have once again targeted the ruins near our city. I fear that more of my people will die, and with each death, the balance shifts. These attacks need to stop. We are depending on you. Stop the Breen, and keep the secrets of the preservers safe from their treachery. Captain, long-range scans confirm the DEFERA ambassador's suspicions. It appears that there is a portion of the star chart hidden in the ruins on the planet's surface. Something is What star chart? I don't remember anything about a star chart. Somebody screwed up. Something is interfering with the scans, though, so we can't pinpoint the location from here. An away team might be able to do surface scans in order to locate the star chart and retrieve it, but we will need to close to transporter range in order to beam down. Captain, look down there. That ruined area is consistent with our records of potential preserver sites. If there really is a fragment of the star chart on this planet, there is a very good chance that that's where it would be. Okay. Sir, I've just received updated data from the ship's computer. Updated data? Apparently this site closely resembles a preserver site in the Bagan system. The indigenous people there were able to access the site by performing a ritual. Records indicate that 3 people arranged themselves atop plinths, forming arrows to point east, south, and southeast. That's all the data I have, sir, but we may find it applicable to this site as well. East, south, southeast. And it's like this. Right, so we yaw, and yaw, and yaw. Okay, now move over to 0, or yaw. Right. Oh, I'll do this. Alright, you know those things. Alright, east. Stand there. Okay. It'll work, Captain. There are power fluctuations at the base of the structure. Only 2 more configurations until we are granted access. Right. So east. Now we need south. We need a little there. And if you just go, where do we go? Alright, Jimmy, you try to go. Well, let's see what you got. Something is definitely working, sir. I'm picking up significant energy shifts in the structure beneath us. 1 more configuration should unlock the structure. Yeah. Let's stop it. And then... Stop that. Let's do... Yeah. Alright, Ding. We've done it, Captain. Sensors show that the structure is reconfiguring itself internally. It appears to be generating a holographic display matrix. You can record the data to your tricorder for later processing, sir, but I think we've found the first portion of the preserver's star chart. Scan the star map. Captain, ship sensors are reporting multiple anomalous contacts. It may be Breen ships at long range, sir. The transporter room is standing by to beam you up as soon as you're ready. There's a Breen attack force converging on our position, Captain. They must have realized that we would be coming here for part of the star chart, sir. I'll bet they waited for us to do the work so they could swoop in and steal our data. There's no room to make a run for it. We're going to have to fight our way out. Red alert! That's the last of them, sir. Though with all this debris, I don't trust the sensors. I'll be happier once we're out of this area and back into open space. The computer has completed its analysis of the star chart, and there is an encoded marker indicating that the Sahinga system is a significant location. Perhaps we should investigate there next. I'll lay in a course for your command, sir. No! Thing. Oh. I don't know why it does that. Captain, I am detecting a gaseous anomaly on the far side of the planet. The line of navigational beacons should lead us right to it. That seems like a good place to start our search, sir. We've transported a sample of the gas to a containment chamber, sir. But there's no record of anything with this molecular structure on record. There's no record of a record? Okay. It might be a synthetic compound or the byproduct of some sort of as-yet unknown stellar phenomenon. Our science staff is now working on a complete analysis. I've got something, Captain. The preservers were known to encode data in the world around them, so I superimposed the molecular structure of the gas sample onto the orbital pattern of the system. It's a map, sir, and it's pointing to something beneath the surface of that small moon. Recommend we approach and perform a level 1 submolecular scan to determine if there's anything of note there. This is incredible. The interior of the moon is hollow, and it contains a vast geological orrery that charts the heliocentric motions of everything in this solar system. The orrery suggests that there should be 2 large asteroids in this area, but I'm only reading 1. Perhaps they collided in the millennia since this structure was created. I am, however, reading an energy source on the remaining asteroid, but it's buried deep in the rubble on the surface. If there was a collision, it is logical to assume that the rubble is all that remains of the second asteroid. We will need to remove the rubble to get a better reading on the energy source, sir. Does that make sense, right? Astonishing. Who knows how long this trail of breadcrumbs has been here? Just waiting to be discovered. We should scan the star chart and add it to our existing fragment. Perhaps it will point the way to the next fragment. The computer has synthesized a new star chart from our 2 fragmentary scans, Captain. Preliminary analysis indicates that whoever created these charts placed great significance on an L-class planet in the Manax system. Course plotted and standing by to engage on your command, sir. Captain, I'm detecting a Breen squadron dead ahead, but they're moving away from us at full impulse. They must already have what they came for, or else they would be engaging us directly. The Breen aren't afraid of a fight. We can't let them get away with a piece of the star chart. They could beat us to the archive. We'll have to chase them down. Sir, we have intercepted a transmission from one of the Breen ships. The message was unsecured. They must not have had time to encrypt it during the firefight. The message contains a fragment of the star chart. They must have retrieved it from the planet below before we arrived. For all we know, Breen ships could already be en route to the archive. I will begin analysis to determine our next location immediately. Synthesize the updated star chart. Pew! Star chart analysis complete, Captain, and we're headed to Rava 2. I just hope the Breen don't get there before we do. We need all the pieces of the star chart to find what the preservers were hiding. Course laid in, sir, and I can engage on your command. Scanners are picking up evidence of a running skirmish on the surface of the planet, sir. It appears that the Breen are attacking an archaeological dig site. We'd better get down there as soon as possible if we don't want the Breen to escape with another piece of the star chart. Captain, take a look at these scans. The frozen rock face near the center of the crater shows signs of a hollow interior, and these readings are consistent with preserver power sources. There are multiple marine life signs in the area, sir, and they're moving in a search pattern. They haven't found it yet, but it won't be safe to approach the site until we have subdued the guards. The Breen threat has been contained, sir. We should take this opportunity to find a way into the cave. I'd like to personally thank you for finding the final star chart fragment. If I had known you were going to ultimately prove useful, perhaps I'd have considered sparing your life. Of course, I'd have only spared it up to this point anyway, so things would have ended the same either way. Still, considering all you've done to aid the Breen on their final goal, I might consider letting you and your officers live. Why not just beam back to your ship and run back to your Federation like a good little Starfleet lapdog? If you wish to fall today, however, I am happy to help you. Why don't you think it over and give your answer to Tot Par? He's been dying to meet you ever since the defeat of Tot Gran. Get your chart, get your chart, get your chart. Assemble. Scanning and transmission are complete, Captain. I believe we can find the Preserver archive with the information we have, sir, and with luck, we'll get there before the Breen do. Standing by to beam up the away team on your command. Let's go. Excellent work, Admiral. Our stellar cartography teams are looking at the star charts you recovered as we speak. It might take some time to completely compensate for stellar shift, but if we can pinpoint a location, I am confident that my government will authorize an expedition to find this Preserver archive. All things in balance and all things in time.